Here she goes again. Hide your face, hide your neck, duck your head, wear an NFL football helmet when you are playing in a game versus DiJonai Carrington. Fresh off of clotheslining, a Kane and Undertaker clothesline from hell that she delivered to Sophie Cunningham. This girl is right back on the court, hitting people upside the head once again. This girl needs to be kicked out of the league. She's a menace to the league at this point, and it's unsafe for players to be out there with.
I have a very important question to ask. Are we witnessing a middle linebacker in the NFL without a helmet at all? Or are we watching professional women's basketball? Because what DiJonai Carrington just performed on national television was a full-contact, gridiron-style attack rather than a basketball play. We assumed the WNBA would intervene. We were completely mistaken to believe that she had learned her lesson. Carrington is aggressively treating the hardwood like a football field and is brutally smashing other players in a series of actions that have left the entire sports world utterly stunned. She recently committed 2 more horrifying, repulsive, blatant fouls that totally level helpless ladies. Did she offer an apology when the referees finally had the courage to sound the alarm? Not at all. She literally rushed off the field after throwing the most insane, disastrous rage in WNBA history. She has officially lost the support of the entire league. Her career is completely at risk. What's the most bizarre aspect of it all? Sophie Cunningham was 100% correct all along, and she has received the ultimate vindication. Friend, welcome back to the channel. Click the like button now if you believe that this NFL-style targeting needs a lifelong ban right away. Let's examine how DiJonai Carrington just ruined her entire legacy. We must examine the precise moments that just destroyed the internet in order to fully comprehend the scope of this unparalleled catastrophe. Fans have been yelling nonstop for weeks that Carrington poses a physical threat to the other teams in the league. Everyone recalls the vicious, unjustified blow to Sophie Cunningham. We believed that she would be forced to back off due to the enormous public outcry. But she did the exact opposite, my friend. After putting on her sneakers, she made the decision to play football. Throughout tonight's absolute anarchy broke out during a highly hostile match. Carrington delivered a powerful targeted strike that left the television studio stunned. We are not discussing unintentionally becoming entangled in the paint. We are discussing a blindside hit that appeared to be a safety laying out a wide receiver, as well as lowering the shoulder and sinking her weight. It was an off-the-ball, extremely aggressive physical attack.
Being dirty once again. The girl cannot help herself at this point. She can't help it. Take a look at this. Okay, you swing at the ball, but then you hit her all in the face with your other hand, and then you put your hands up like you didn't do nothing. You hitting her all in the face. Look at this. Watch her left hand. The right hand right here went to the ball. Watch this left hand. Like, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? What are you doing? When is enough with this chick? Come on. You hitting people in the face. It's over and over and over. How many times do we have to witness this with you? How many times? How many people are you just gonna hit in the face? Let me freeze it right there. It's like every single game you are hitting somebody else in the face. Every game you're hitting somebody in the face like this, and that wasn't even the worst. Take a look at this play right here. This girl's a menace in the league. I'm telling you, she's a menace. It's unsafe for people to be out there with her. It's unsafe. Let's go here. Now take a look at this. You got Tiffany Hayes driving to the rim.
However, the horror had not ended. She repeated it a few minutes later when the tension in the arena was at an all-time high. A second startlingly violent foul. On the court, another helpless player brutally leveled. It was a very well thought out statement. DiJonai Carrington is not wearing a helmet while playing. She intentionally seeks to destroy the ladies she is playing against and has no concern for human safety. The stadium exploded in a loud rage. The front row spectators were yelling, pointing, and calling for an instant dismissal. The pundits on national television fully stopped calling the game and just stared incredulously at the monitors. NFL tackle football is not permitted in the WNBA. At last, the referees, who had been blatantly shielding her throughout the season, found themselves in a precarious situation. The whistle was blown. They called the flagrant fouls. However, Carrington's response was what truly sealed her doom and instantly damaged her reputation. You are expected to down your head and move to the bench if you are detected playing dirty. However, DiJonai Carrington became very enraged. Witnesses describe a full-blown psychological collapse on the ground. She began yelling at the officials. She threw a huge, insane tantrum while flailing her arms. Then the unimaginable occurred. Carrington angrily stormed off the court, turning her back on her teammates and the thousands of paying spectators before the referees could even finalize the penalty. In the midst of a live national broadcast, she abandoned her team and literally marched straight down the concrete tunnel. She quit. Music. She threw a tantrum and quit because she couldn't handle the consequences of her own violent actions.
A society where there has to be a debate involving a collective bargaining agreement that explicitly states that the league is for women. Only players who are women are eligible to play in the WNBA. So one could easily surmise, okay, you're a woman, that makes you eligible. If you're not a woman, you're not eligible. It's simple and plain. What's the complication? The complication is that our society has devolved to a point where we're not clear what defines a woman. At least in the eyes of some. So while Royce White or Enos Cantor Freedom may be accused of trolling and engaging in mockery and being a bit ridiculous, fine. What about the WNBA? What about the WNBA? We will not be used as political pawns. When you gonna wake the hell up? Did y'all see what happened when this young lady got ejected from a WNBA game the other day for a flagrant foul?
The fallout was immediate, and it's really disastrous, friend. The WNBA has officially abandoned DiJonai Carrington, and as a result, the league is currently in a state of complete cold sweat fear. The commissioner's office and analysts from the mainstream media attempted to defend her for months. They claimed she was simply playing fierce defense in an attempt to mislead the spectators into believing we were insane. However, you cannot justify a player who walks off the court like a coward after committing 2 NFL-style flagrant fouls in one night. He has responded to these 2 different clips. He said, "This woman is no longer a basketball player. Man, get her out of here." It's completely absurd. It's repulsive. Now, let's hear Dave Portnoy's reaction to DiJonai Carrington on Barstool. All right, because he blasted DiJonai Carrington in addition to Stephanie White. Now, let's get started.
Separate clips he's responded to. He said, get this woman out of basketball. Get her out of here, man. It's freaking ridiculous. It's disgusting. Let's get to what Dave Portnoy had to say here on Barstool in response to DiJonai Carrington. Okay, because he blasted. Not only did he blast Stephanie White, he blasted DiJonai Carrington as well. Let's get into it.
In the WNBA, this is a totally fine reaction, I think, to a play like that. And maybe the story ends there if Carrington doesn't go to the locker room, pick up her phone, and tweet white privilege, which is insane. An absolutely insane thing to say. Now, if you go watch other networks, I'm not going to say it on Fox, but ESPN's filled with absolute morons. Absolutely have a
Oh my God, yo, he's not playing.
All of morons sitting there discussing this play and talking about whether it was the right call and things of that nature. And they don't even mention the fact that she said white privilege. That is the story. The story isn't that she got kicked out. It's that she tweeted out white privilege as though because Sophie Cunningham is white, somehow that's why she got kicked out. They go on to defend her, the story, the narrative that she's not a dirty player. She makes plays like this all the time. I put together a little clip of DiJonai Carrington, who is definitely one of the dirtiest players in the WNBA. I don't know if we can roll it, but she's taken her long fingernails. She's scratched Caitlin Clark's eyes out. This is an intentional play. I went nuts on it when it happened. I don't know if we're going to have the other angle. This is a dirty, dirty play.
This girl has so many of these type of plays. We can list so many players that she's just done dirty stuff to. DiJonai Carrington is not half as talented as Kennedy Carter. And Kennedy Carter's out of this league. We can get this girl up out of here too. Let's keep it real.
Come down with long fingernails, gouge somebody. She's had multiple instances of chasing people down from behind, trying the same swat and smashing them in the head and causing many fights. She pulled another girl's hair.